Well, thank you very much, Evelyn, and to everybody here. This is a highlight of the year for all of us, as I know it is for so many of you. It is a very, very frequent bit of feedback that we hear from our panelists and from the members of our large and growing grantee community, as well as from so many of our supporters that they look forward to this particular event because it's an unusual opportunity to share a room in an informal fashion and hear from some of the great leaders in our field. They will fill you in on the kind of research they've done and are doing. They will give you an opportunity to ask questions, and we will, in addition, draw on the unbelievable expertise that's seated in the front rows. For those of you who don't realize it, the first, I guess, 4 rows or so are filled with all of the grantees who can't be on the stage, but each of whom deserves to be there as well. And so this is something that's tremendously fun, and it's a great opportunity. You should be thinking as they speak about what your questions are, and we will have microphones and we'll move them through the audience and give everybody a chance to ask their questions. Before we begin, I do want to make one small housekeeping announcement, and that is that I've been asked to remind everybody that the entirety of our event is being both photographed and filmed for posting on the BCRF website. And for that reason, we have a request to not film or take photographs of your own. They will all be available for anybody who wants them in the general public. Now, today's event, this year's event, in addition to everything else, is a special one because it's in memory and honor of Josie Robertson, and you've just heard a little bit about that. She was obviously an unbelievably stalwart supporter and a great friend to so many here. And for that reason, Larry, who knew her very well, wants to make a couple of comments before we begin. Thanks.
Hey, thanks. Cliff. You know, we all have to face... I'm not Cliff, okay. Might want to be, but I'm not. We all have to face problems in our lives. One of those problems could be health problems. And probably one of the most... important parts of our character is how we deal with this in ourselves and others. The way Josie dealt with her life, dealt with problems in her life, dealt with the issues that she had to face that we all have to face is a model really for all of us, and an inspiration for all of us. Dedicated board member, I think, since about 2002. Always looking forward to how things can be improved on a personal level, on a familial level, on a cultural level, on an artistic level, and on a medical level with a focus in on breast cancer. And it is a great honor for me to be able to, who knew her well and loved her deeply. And I indeed have an abiding love for the entire family. Sarah's here. Alex is going to be coming later. Julian, her husband, wrote me an extraordinary letter, which I just got yesterday, about this event and about her and about the totality of our dedication toward eradicating disease. I must say that being here today to honor her and to talk about very significant scientific advances, medical advances, is something that I am just happy to be part of, that I feel a certain joy in being a part of the moving forward toward a great future that Josie was really all about. And I would just say in closing that reading that letter from Julie and her husband last night indicates to me that Josie, who had extraordinary taste in all things, also had extraordinary taste in husbands. And did an extraordinarily good job of picking this guy. And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The family is a marvelous family. So we will, without further ado, Cliff will chair, and we'll move on to the day's events. And everything we're saying is in honor of Josie, and especially in honor of her vision of always aiming at making things better. Always thinking about the present and the future and making things better. Thank you all.
So, without any further ado, we will hit one of our yearly highlights, and that is the opportunity to have some give and take and some exchange with this unbelievable panel. Now, all their names are in front of you, so what we're going to do is ask each one of the panelists to give a brief introduction, who they are, where they're from, and one or two highlights of their work, which you will see quickly will be thematic this year, since all of these investigators have worked in complementary and overlapping areas. And then at the end, we will have, as I say, an opportunity to question them or other members of our grantee pool. So with no further ado, we'll start with Angela Brody, this year's Jill Rose honoree.